All right, now we're doing 7Q Discover the Original Price. This is by Ahami Dao, and 89% of the people like it. We need to write some code to return the original price of a product. The return type must be of type decimal, and the number must be rounded to 2 decimal places. We will be given the sale price, which is going to be the discounted price, and the sale percentage, and our job is to figure out the original price. So if we get a $75 item after applying a 25% discount, what is it? And then it's going to be 100 because of whatever. All right, so basically we've got to do a little algebra to start off with. So let's do a little comment down here, little comment section. All right, so what do we know? We know that the original price, let's call it O, minus O times the sale percentage, because they're just going to give us a number and not the actual like 25%. They're just going to say 25. So we're going to say sale percentage S over 100, and that's going to equal the discounted price, right? So we need to get this O knowing this little formula. So we're going to say, here we're going to say, what do we say? We're going to say O times 1 minus S, let's do that, S over 100 equals D, right? Because since they both have O's, we can take the O out of it and multiply it by, we can multiply 1 minus this times O, and it's the same thing, right? Basic algebra, right? So now all we have to do to get the O by itself, say O, what's this thing? What's this thing? D. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Let me put this. How about that? All right, now there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to say O equals D over 1 minus S over 100. All right? And let's do this. So that's what the original price is going to be. It's going to be this discounted price divided by 1 minus this sale percentage over 100. All right? And then so after that, we're going to have to, anyway, let's get that started first. First, we'll just say right here, return discounted price. Let's get this divided by 1 minus sale percentage over 100, right? So let's test that out. Looks good. Attempt it. And now here's the thing, we got to round it to 2 decimal places. So for that, we're going to use this toFixed method, which when we do the toFixed method, it formats a number using fixed point notation. So we're just going to put like whatever dot toFixed and then the digits we want it to go to after the decimal point, which in this case is going to be 2. So let's just wrap this thing up. No, we don't have to do that. Yeah, we do. Yeah, let's wrap this thing up in parentheses and say dot toFixed 2. Now let's test it out. Up now, it's a string, right? Because if you go down here, the return value is a string representing the given number using fixed point notation. So we're going to use this number constructor, which when called instead as a function, it performs type conversion to a primitive number, which is usually more useful. That's what we're going to use it for too. So we're going to wrap this thing up one more time in parentheses, and then say number in front of it. Test it out. Looks good. Attempt it. Looks good. Submit it. All right, and now we've got this one, pretty much the same thing. They use the unary plus instead of the number constructor, but pretty much the same thing after that. They use math round here. which when you do math round, you have to do times 100 and then divide it by 100 to get it to work. I forget the reason why, but that's definitely what you got to do. Let's go to mine. Pardon me, just me on this one. Best practice in my opinion. Very much like it, and we'll see you next time.